And there's one more thing I want to share today, and it's over here by this, I call it a rock wall, but basically it's a jumble of rocks. In the front of our house, by the lane there. And that's way down here. And most people have never ever seen this. So let me get down in here kind of close. And can you see these little tiny green leaves here? These are newborn, just born ferns. And when they get a little bigger, they're going to look like this. But when they're just born, this is what they look like. Here's my finger. See how small they are? That is a just born, newly born, tiny, tiny, tiny baby fern. And most people have never seen them this small. And then they get a little bit bigger. That looks like a sensitive fern. And this is a different kind of fern over here. A couple of different kinds of ferns growing here. But most people have never seen them when they're like tiny, 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 just born, like way down in here between my fingers. And a lot of times you find these little baby, just born ferns in patches of moss. I think the moss is just a perfect habitat for these ferns. It retains the moisture, and the little spores from the fern get kind of caught in there between the moss, and they have some moisture to grow. Kind of a protected little spot for them. Well, I'm outside right now because I want to share with you a little gift. I got a gift card from Mr. Possum, and I used it to go on Amazon during Prime Days and buy this Canon Ivy printer. Now, I know the other printers have better quality, but what I wanted was just this little tiny printer that I could take outside and do nature journaling with it. So I have no idea how to work it, but I have my phone right here, and I am going to take a picture of these tiny baby ferns right here. Okay, I'm going to be sending the photo to the mini printer. And I think this is the print button up here. And it's counting down. 100%. And I hear some noise coming out of the printer. And let's see what happens. It's still thinking. It's still thinking there. Yeah, when you first start this, I read this, there's a calibration sheet. It's a blue sheet. That comes out first. And then the picture will come out after that, hopefully. I have this nestled in amongst all the little tiny baby ferns here. Aren't they cute? Okay, that's the calibration sheet. And this you keep, and you have to put it in for every pack of 10. And this little tiny printer, it's called Canon Ivy, and it uses zinc, Z-I-N-K, which means zero ink. So I don't want to lose that, so I'll put that in my pocket. And my picture of the baby ferns is coming out right now. And you don't need to be on a Wi-Fi network. This uses Bluetooth. And it's on a sticky back. And I was told that it comes out a little blue, and it certainly did come out very blue. So I think you have to play with it a little bit to get it to be not so blue. But I'm going to go inside and do that. It says all images have printed successfully. So I thought this would just be a really, really cool thing, because you could take it on your nature journaling adventures, snap a picture, use the zinc, take off the back, it's sticky paper, and put it right in your journal and do some journaling right on the spot. And I love to journal outside when it's nice. Okay, we're going to go inside right now and play a little bit with the filters and see if I can get this to be a little bit less blue. Okay, I'm back inside now, and this is a spread I started yesterday about my little nature walk around the yard. And yesterday I did put on my house wren that made a nest in our little birdhouse out in the yard, and I journaled about that. And I went ahead and glued down the other Edith Holden page about toadstools. Now some people wonder, what's the definition of a toadstool as opposed to a mushroom? And it depends on what book you look into, but one of the more popular definitions is that a toadstool is a mushroom that is poisonous or one that you can't eat. And of course, it's a fungi. So I took a picture of, this was from yesterday, the mushroom that was in the yard. And these are the little brown mushrooms that pop up in the lawn all the time. They're very, very common. They're not edible. You can't eat these. They'll make you sick. And I'm not excellent at identifying mushrooms, but because I'm not going to eat it, I just go ahead and take a guess, because it doesn't matter what it is, because I'm not going to eat it anyway. But I believe that this is the brown mottle gill, and these are also known as the haymaker's mushroom or the lawnmower's mushroom, because they always pop up in the lawn. So I did take a picture of that. And then I played around with the filters with my new Canon Ivy printer that I'm loving. Of course, I've only had it a couple of minutes. And the picture that I took outside of the baby ferns were just a little bit blue here. The grays came out a little bit blue, and the greens seemed to be washed a little bit. So it's very easy. You just click on filters and try all the different color filters and see which one you like the best. It only takes a second. And this is with the warm filter. Now notice the difference that the blues are a little bit warmer in here, and the greens are definitely more true to color. And that was really, really easy to do. So I just have to remember to look at my photos through different filters before I print it out, knowing that if I don't use a filter, it may come out a little too blue for my taste. So these are my first two printouts in my little Ivy, which I forgot to turn off, but it turns itself off, so isn't that nice? And this is supposed to be on sticker paper. So I'm going to go ahead and see how this works. I want to put it, let's see where I'm going to put it. I might cover up the staghorn fungi here, so I have some room to print about my little ferns, my baby ferns that were in the yard. And this is supposed to be sticky paper. Sticky paper. Okay, well, this may take a moment, folks. Here we go. Voila. This is what I love about it. It's portable, it's small, it's perfect for journaling, and you just peel and stick. Oh my gosh, how wonderful is that? Now this picture I printed out That was taken from the movie that I made about the mushroom. And the quality's not too bad, but it's not shiny. Doesn't look like a real photo. Just looks like a book illustration. But the ivy photos have a shiny finish to them, so they do look like a real photograph. And let's see, I need to make an entry about my baby ferns here. And I always write at an angle, bad habit. So I'm just going to put baby ferns. It's hard to write like this. Let's see. Need something to lean on. Do I have anything here to lean on? Hold on. Baby ferns by Front Rock Wall. And I think there were two kinds. Possibly sensitive fern, and the other one may have been hay scented or New York. I won't be sure till they grow, I guess. But those are the two most common ones down by the rock wall. Oh my gosh, okay, well that's going to be it for today, but I did get this spread done, and I'm happy with these two nature journaling pages. And International Nature Journaling Week is at the beginning of June, and I can link the website below if you're interested in learning more about nature journaling. Or you can go to my list of 135 nature journaling videos. They're practically in almost every single subject that I can think of. And maybe I will link that one below too. And maybe I should put an affiliate link to the Ivy printer in case you're interested in getting more information about that. All right, well, happy nature journaling, happy junk journaling. Thanks for coming along. Bye-bye now.